Today we're going to read George and Martha again. Let's talk about what we were reading about yesterday. So, George and Martha went to a scary movie. So let's look at that story again. All right, this is our story number 1, the scary movie. Now, we talked a little bit about the different words that are in here that show how the characters felt. So if you remember, one of our characters got scared and one of our characters was not scared. So let's read again and talk about some of the words that we see in this story. Martha was nervous. Now let's think about that word nervous. I see the word, but it has some tricky sounds in there, doesn't it? So here's what I'm going to do to split this word up. I'm going to take this first part and I'm going to say, okay, N-E-R. I know how to read N-E-R. That's the sound ner. And then I see V, nerve, nerve. Oh, I know the word nerve. So maybe that doesn't look like the word nerve, but I can add this ending on nerve, O-U-S. Now, O-U-S has its own sound, and it makes the sound us. So I'm going to put the two sounds together, and I'm going to know that the word is nervous. Now, Martha was nervous. That tells me how she felt. So Martha was nervous. She's a little nervous for the scary movie. I've never been to a scary movie before. Silly goose, said George. Everyone likes scary movies. Now this word everyone is very interesting because look, it's two different words in one. Every and one. Every one. That's what we call compound words. And those compound words are words that are two different words that are already there that make a new word. So we can look for those parts of words that helps us solve. Now back to the story. Silly goose, said George. Everyone likes scary movies. I hope I don't faint, said Martha. Ooh, she is very nervous. Look at her poor face. Martha liked the scary movie. This is fun, she giggled. We talked about that word giggled a little bit before, didn't we? We can describe how the characters are feeling by describing how they say things. So if she giggled it, it means she was laughing while she said it. She's having so much fun, she's laughing. So this is fun, she giggled. Martha noticed that George was hiding under his seat. I'm looking for my glasses, said George. You don't wear glasses, said Martha. Oh, George, he's pretending like he wears glasses and he's looking for them. But I think you guys really know how he's feeling right now, don't you? He's scared. Poor George. When the movie was over, George was as white as a sheet. Remember, we talked about that. That's a saying. So when something is a saying, that's something that we already know or might know, and it helps us solve and think about what we're learning. So white as a sheet, remember, means that he is super scared. He's pale because he's so scared. When the movie was over, George was as white as a sheet. Hold my hand, George said to Martha. I don't want you to be afraid walking home. Oh, Martha. She's so nice, look. Thank you, said Martha. She even acts like she's scared so that poor George feels better. All right, so today while we read our story, this is now our second time that we've read this story. And today while we read, we thought about how to solve words by breaking it into parts and how words can help us understand, especially picked words can help us understand what's happening in a book. See you guys tomorrow.